What up, good people? We back again once again with another reaction. And this time we are watching top 10 RPGs with brutally hard boss battles. First and foremost, brutally hard boss battles. They are a bitch. Whether they are the final boss of a game or a secret boss of the game.
Or just long as hell.
Or just long as hell. Or a boss with too many fucking transformations.
Yeah, freaking phases.
Too many phases, too many transformations. Just cheating.
Cutscenes in between.
For real, just cheating. Sick of it.
Just being like, okay, I got one honorable mention before we get started. There's a secret boss in Final Fantasy 15, that fucking world turtle. That fight literally takes you 2 hours to beat.
You got me and life fucked up. I ain't got time to be doing 2 hours on a boss, man.
But yeah,
it's that bullshit.
we didn't watch the video yet. We already get bad memories
because we're gamers. That's right. Why we're fucking gamers. We probably look. I don't give a fuck. Nobody say if a boss that we recognize show up, it's gonna give us PTSD. We're gonna immediately say, man, fuck you, okay?
And plus, this is our number, like, I don't know. Well, for me, it's my number one favorite genre, and these two people right here, they played a lot of RPGs, so we know some struggles.
I love me a good RPG, like 100%. I'm still first and foremost, before I say anything, the Xbox showcase showed us that we're getting a remake of Persona 4 Revival, which means all the popular Persona games have gotten their remakes. 3, 4, and 5. Even though 5 technically didn't get a remake, 5 got and this is all to my Kingdom Hearts people, a final mix version. So I'm definitely just waiting for a release date for Persona 4 Revival. Cause I got Persona 3 Reload, which I need to play. I am very disappointed in myself for that, but it's all good. But with that being said, of course, original video is in the description below. Of course, go buy Lady A book. It's 99 cents. It's damn near free. Also, I'm gonna say this at the beginning of the videos. I'm gonna say this at the end of the videos. Comment below and tell us what were some of the hardest RPG boss fights y'all had, and tell me why it was so nerve-wracking. So with that being said, let's get it. Let's watch these hard-ass boss battles.
Hadouken.
RPG bosses and super bosses, that's basically what inspired my entire channel. It's my favorite aspect about the RPG and action genre in general. I'm gonna give you guys 10 series where I think they have some pretty damn tough bosses, whether it's through the story or some post-game bosses. If you dare to challenge any of the bosses in these games, you are sure to get your ass whooped. If you know an RPG that I didn't name here, then it's probably because it's gonna be on the next list. The RPG genre is known for tough bosses. But by all means, let me know in the comments which ones you find extremely tough. The first game on our list is specifically Persona 3. Because some of the newer Persona games have gotten a little bit easier. They can definitely still challenge you with it.
No! God damn it, no!
Off rip.
No!
Off the rip!
God damn it, no! No,
I heard about this boss.
We gonna hold your head, GT. We gonna hold your head. Come on.
God!
My hand on you. My head is on your shoulder, brother. On your
I
left.
don't know if they are going to be talking about the final boss or the fucking Reaper. So for those of y'all that have not played a Persona game, so they have this world in Persona. I think it's called Tartarus in Persona 3. So basically so basically how Persona 3 works is it's casual slice of life shit during the day, and it's RPG action fights during the night, because your school turns to this thing called Tartarus and you have to go up the floors of Tartarus. So but the thing about it is, if you stay in Tartarus for too long and you do not do anything, because the game punishes you for not doing anything, like if you just stand there and don't do shit, you're going to get a notification from the person who is monitoring your actions and say the Reaper is coming. And when the Reaper is coming, the Reaper will literally find you. He will attack you, and you can't escape the fight. you either die or you beat him. And there are some runs where people beat him, but this motherfucker is difficult. So let's see which boss he gonna be talking about in fucking Persona 3. Oh my God.
Combat, but Persona 3 is hilarious to me because of how many times people get stuck on mini bosses through Tartarus.
I'm not doing
Sometimes you just hit a roadblock and you're fighting the stupidest looking enemy for like 10 hours.
Stop with the
And the
pings
funniest
monster.
of all, while this video will not go into spoilers, the final boss of Persona 3 typically takes people hours, and my friend in particular ended up just saying screw it, going on YouTube and watching the ending because he just had enough of that final boss. I find it hilarious, and then don't even dare to play the answer unless you're ready to get your ass whooped. The mixture of stamina, having to leave Tartarus when your team gets tired, Tartarus in general having some pretty tough mini bosses, no AI control unless you're playing portable, but I'm specifically talking FES here. And then the answer, the epilogue that automatically puts it on the hardest mode possible and you can't change it. I think Persona 3 is super fun, definitely contains some super hard bosses for a JRPG, just going through the normal story. Continuing on the Atlas train, now we got Shin Megami Tensei at number 9. This
Now,
series
mind
is
you,
just
I have
known for
this
being
game,
tough
I
and
just
will
have not played
absolutely
it yet.
dump
I have it
you
on-
with
I have it on
turn-based
Switch.
combat. Now, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is the main one that I completed start to finish. I played some of Nocturne, and I know Digital Devil Saga is one of the hardest ones, but regardless, if you play any Shin Megami Tensei, even the 5th one, which is considered the most accessible and easiest, you will definitely get your ass whooped. The bosses require a lot of strategy. Even just running around the overworlds in this game, you could get yourself really stuck and you'll be sent back to a save point. Shin Megami Tensei 5 in particular drains your resources as you're running around the open world. Like, you have to stay on top of your game at collecting stuff and fighting the right enemies at the right time. Shin Megami Tensei bosses are really fun though. When you finally beat them with the strategy, it is very satisfying. Number 8 goes the Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Now, From Software is usually making RPGs like Dark Souls, and Sekiro is more on the action level, but there's definitely still some RPG mechanics here. And
we have seen people break controllers.
I fucking quit this game the minute I realized I had to fight a giant albino snake.
Damn.
I don't do snakes. I don't do snakes. Now, somewhere on the internet, there is a video of a brother of ours who goes by the name of Yukatashi, who streamed this at one point in time, and his reaction to him fighting this white snake is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah,
like dead ass.
so many curse words.
like dead ass. So yeah. But Sekiro, no. When I tell you that I quit this game because of some of the shit I seen our friends go through. So what I mean by that is there's a part where you're on the side of a building on a roof and you're just walking casually, but then you suddenly hear something and it sounds like it's far away, but the more you walk, the closer it gets. Mm-hmm. And what's happening is apparently somebody's launching bodies at you, like wholeheartedly, because you're on the roof, and at first you're hearing whoa, 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 and as soon as it got loud, all you see is a body come crashing at your ass, and it's immediate death.
Oh, it was hilarious. Though.
It kills you instantly, like no bullshit. Like everything is out to get you in Sekiro, and that I didn't know. I play games chill, not be stressed, dog. All right, continue.
Bosses in this game are some of the hardest in any of the Souls games or what From Software has made. I think Sekiro can trap you a lot more than any of the other FromSoft games, particularly because you cannot level up unless you beat bosses. You cannot go grind out enemies like you can do in Dark Souls. And in this game, they actually remove some RPG-ness to it, so you have to learn the parry. You have to learn how to use a katana. You cannot go and equip a great sword or some other things. There's minor weapons you could use to help yourself out, but most of the time, you are gonna have to learn that parry to even beat the bosses in this game, specifically the final boss. The number 7 spot goes to Elden Ring. Now, this could be a slightly hot take. Now, obviously, the Dark Souls series and From Software are known for their bosses. They have some of the best boss battles you could ever face in action RPGs, and they're some of the toughest you could actually face. Elden Ring in particular, though, for the bosses, I think is the toughest. Like Millennia and pretty much all the end game bosses are pretty damn tough, and I think past the other games. The other games like Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls are harder just going through your daily routine through the games, the areas, the enemies getting you trapped.
Shit.
But for boss fights in particular, I think Elden Ring actually has the biggest pool of singular tough
That
ones.
motherfucker
like
coming
the
down like a
boss,
meteor.
Millennia, the big giants. There's so many towards the end game where you are just going to get destroyed. Elden Ring does allow for you to cheese these bosses a lot easier than the previous Souls games, but still, my point stands. Elden Ring, I think, created some of the hardest boss movesets in the Souls series so far.
I see you,
Number
motherfucker.
6 spot goes to Paper Mario 64 and also the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Now, this game is one of those where if you're not paying attention to stuff, collecting things, the boss will
He's not. No, I remember
use
this
the
shit.
previous
He's
save
not.
point. I grouped these two together because Thousand Year Door is actually just a big upgrade on everything that Paper Mario 64 did fantastic. But these games are no joke. It is that old era of gaming where it will whoop your ass and the bosses will definitely make you strategize, use the tools at your disposal, and it's pretty funny just getting your ass whooped as Mario. These two games don't have the hardest bosses in the world, but for the challenge they do offer, I think it's pretty incredible that a Mario game was making it this tough. Although Mario games used to be pretty damn tough regardless, even when they were platformers. So
Big facts.
the number 5 spot goes to Fire Emblem. Now there's a bunch of Fire Emblem games, and usually you could pick out any of these and put it on the hardest mode and you're going to have a tough time. But I experienced that for myself recently with Fire Emblem Engage. Maddening difficulty whooped my ass. After like 88 hours, I needed a break. That was like the first JRPG in so long that has made me take a break because my ass got whooped. Basically, if you don't know how to strategize and learn everything at your disposal, or if you're not a Fire Emblem like avid fan, has played a whole bunch of them, do not do maddening mode, especially on your first run like I did. It is tough. The number 4 spot goes to Star Ocean, The First Departure. Now, you could honestly pick any of the Star Ocean games besides 5. 5 is kind of easy, but any of the other Star Ocean games, they have really tough super bosses. They're honestly known for having some pretty obnoxious super bosses. And just going through the games, they'll randomly have a huge difficulty spike on some of the bosses.
I thought that was
Star Ocean 4 in particular has this, and it was pretty funny. But Star Ocean, The First Departure, oh my gosh, you will have trouble if you are not on your shit. This game will just whoop your ass, send you back to the previous save point. You'll be in a dungeon, and it will send like a boss at you that doesn't look too tough, but the next thing you know, your entire team is dead, and it's going wah, wah, wah. Number 3, the Kingdom Hearts series. Now, there's no particular order to the placements I have for these games. They're all hard in their own ways, but I definitely think out of all the games on this list, Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, Yozora is the toughest boss. Now,
Yeah.
88.
Yeah.
88.
Yeah.
88.
I'm here for you. Yes. Yes.
I sat, he was there, and a few other people were there when I was streaming KH3 Remind. I streamed for 4 hours, and I fought every single new Organization 13 member. And the hardest ones that took me forever was Shion. Shion was murking me.
Understood.
And I stopped fighting her, and I said, let me fight somebody that might be, I could probably handle whatever. I went and fought Master Xehanort, and I beat Master Xehanort on my first try, and he was doing all that's a wacky shit.
I believe you.
And I sat there like, how the fuck did I beat him one try? But Shion, I'd have fought her 20 times. Then after I did that, when I fought Yozora, I fought Yozora 97 times.
I count.
I finally beat him, but he is the cheapest Kingdom Hearts boss ever. I would rather fight Lingering Will Terra from KH2 Final Mix before I fight him ever again.
What about the secret boss from Dream Drop Distance? Cause I seen you also had some issues with him too.
Lucius?
Lucius, yeah. Lucius.
If y'all don't know who Lucius is he's from a really old Disney Halloween special. and he's like a Frankenstein kind of monster, dude. He looks like Pete, but he's like a big Frank. That fight, fuck that
Brutal.
fight. I streamed when I used to do Kingdom Hearts weekends. I used to stream Kingdom Hearts every weekend, and he was one of the bosses. He was a secret boss I had to fight because I wanted that goddamn Keyblade that you get when you beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And that fight took me 3 hours. I even left and grinded and came back, and he was whooping my ass.
Damn.
And I finally beat him. I had people all in my chat saying, "Keep going."
Me, I'm the main motherfucker.
It was him, and like a bunch of other random people who was in there. They ain't never been there before, just sitting there cheering me on. I was like, "Fuck it, I can't leave. I can't do it." And I finally beat him, and I said, "Fuck it." I went to sleep the rest of the day.
Man.
All right.
Honestly, throughout the Kingdom Hearts series, they have a whole bunch of tough bosses. Even back in the day on Kingdom Hearts 1, those wild asses threw in Sephiroth and
young Xehanort
just have it. So Kingdom Hearts 2, you got the 13 data battles, and then you got Lingering Will. You could even throw in some cheese bosses from like Dream Drop Distance that aren't even that fair, like Julius.
Yes.
Kingdom Hearts 3
Julius, my
then
bad.
amps it up by crazy amount from Kingdom Hearts 2, and those 13 data battles are so insane. Then there's Yozora, who honestly they tried to make everyone cry by making this guy's moveset. It was one of the longest it definitely took me on any Kingdom Hearts boss. Absolutely amazing. I love how the dumb Disney series has some of the best bosses in gaming. Definitely go try these if you're looking for an action challenge. The number 2 spot, Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. Now you might be surprised because honestly, there's a whole bunch of challenge through the Final Fantasy
never
history.
play
If you go back to
13
the
ever
OG
again.
games, those are
None of
definitely going to
them.
be tough. Final Fantasy 10 has some
Fuck
pretty
that
tough
boss right
bosses.
there, nigga.
Even if you go on Final Fantasy 15,
Maybe
it's kind of
hate
janky, but
dragons.
there's some tough bosses there too. There's always super bosses through the Final Fantasy series. The reason I picked 13 is because once you get further in the game, and especially with post-game bosses or super bosses that they have, if you don't know what you're doing and if you're not quick, you will just die. The game is seriously tough at times, and I know a lot of people like to say it's just auto, and while the first game has a serious issue with this for like 15 hours where it's brain dead, once you get into the meat of the tough bosses, they're tough. And you have to be quick with switching a bunch of abilities and paradigms. Like, it almost turns into an action game with how fast you have to be. And I definitely think some people are going to have issues with this. I've seen it for myself all over Twitter and the socials. Some people just come out here and they're like, yeah, that boss, that took me so damn long. So Final Fantasy 13 and the Final Fantasy series as a whole definitely gets a spot. The final game on the list is Tales of Vesperia. Now, while I wouldn't say Vesperia or Tales in general is really known for like being a super challenge, throughout Vesperia there's a few bosses that definitely could get you stuck, especially hard mode. Now with recent memory, I streamed it for the first time and I played it on hard mode. And it was definitely the hardest Tales I've played so far. So I decided I wanted to put it on the list because Tales as a series has a lot to its combat and bosses to where you could definitely get a really tough challenge depending on if you play unknown or even just hard mode in this case. Like, oh my god, at the halfway point, no spoilers, but there's a boss that gives everybody trouble, and I hear that way more than any of the other Tales game bosses. So also to learn some of the more harder mechanics, it takes a lot of practice. Oof. Well, that was a lot of pain, but a hell of a lot of fun. So, in my experience, those 10 RPG series, I think genuinely have tough bosses to their names. If you think I suck, let me know in the comments. If you agree, let me know in the comments. Definitely let me know some other RPGs you guys think have really tough bosses. There could be plenty more videos to make on this. There's a lot of other RPGs that I have in mind.
He was right, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He was right.
I was right about what?
PTSD.
I told you. Now, here's one thing. Now, I don't know if they count it as a RPG, but I'm gonna fucking say it. Cuphead.
Yeah, it's got some RPG elements.
Cuphead. Now, mind you, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna brag about this. I don't care. I beat the game 3 times.
Okay.
3 times. But when I say it's 3 bosses in that game that I cannot stand to the soul. Fuck that dragon and fuck that goddamn professor. Fuck the dragon. Fuck the professor. The dragon starts off one dragon. Then the motherfucker grow 3 heads. Then he throws a fireball at you in a bubble to if you shoot the bubble, the fireballs will spread up, down, left, right, and you have to dodge it. But you're also dodging on clouds, which means if you fall off the cloud, you will lose a heart. Fuck the dragon.
Fuck the dragon.
The professor. First, it starts off as a robot. You have to shoot off 3 parts of the motherfucker before you eat. You have to shoot off 3 parts. Like first, you have to shoot off the antenna. You have to shoot off his shield. Then you have to shoot his heart, and then you have to shoot off the cannons that's coming from like its navel. And then when the body explodes, its head is gonna twirl around left and right to try and hit you. You have to shoot it. And then when you finally do it, a professor come out that bitch and fucking releases a AoE, which is an all-out attack where you can barely dodge shit. So you literally have to dodge and shoot this damn professor at the same time. He will not stop. He will only stop for like a second, and then he'll do it again. And you have to keep doing this shit until you kill him. Also, another thing I hate about Cuphead is when you die, the fucked up thing about it is they show you how close you get to beating them because there's no health bars in Cuphead. So you don't know if you're gonna get close to killing them or you barely doing anything. And you remember what I said earlier before we started this video, fucking bosses who have different phases, Cuphead is full of them.
It is.
And the third one, King Dice, kiss my ass. Cause here's the thing with King Dice. He puts you on like a roulette. And he gives you a dice. And there are like 9 stages. And you have to roll the dice. And depending on what stage you land on, you fight that boss. And when you finally get to the end, if you get to the end, because this motherfucker even has a tab to where if you hit it, it will start the roulette spin over the 1. And you have to do this shit all over again. Until you get to finish. Then when you get to finish, then you have to fight King Dice, who is on some bullshit his damn self. So, say again, yes, Cuphead, because he said he was thinking about making another video about this. Cuphead need to be on here. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sweat Senpai. Cuphead need to be on here.
Yeah, y'all also notice that he didn't say the devil himself.
Here's the thing about the devil. The devil is difficult, but he ain't harder than these other motherfuckers. I'm dead ass. Like yes, the devil is the final boss in the main story.
Yeah.
In the DLC, fuck that chef. Okay. Fuck that chef. Bro, you talking about some nigga. Fuck that. No, fuck the chef and fuck the devil and angel too. Cause the devil and angel is a secret boss.
Mm-hmm.
And I beat the secret boss, but man, that shit was so annoying. But fuck that damn chef. That motherfucker got like 3 or 4 different phases. Why does a chef have that many goddamn phases? Why I gotta fight the fruit and vegetables and bread that you are literally torturing behind me? You literally see the bread with a face and he cut the face off. And now the bread ain't got no sentience, so he just throw it at you. Fucking tomato slices, cucumber slices. Fucking with me. Okay? Fuck that chef.
And bread.
Another thing I'm surprised. Now, he probably hasn't heard of the Super Robot Wars series, but that game got some difficult ass bosses. Because think about it, if he liked Fire Emblem, he'll like Super Robot Wars.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm done my rant.
Okay.
You damn right I was right about the PTSD. You off rip Persona 3?
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts.
Hey, you said everybody too.
Yep. You sure did. On point.
I thought he was gonna be like, Sephiroth, KH1 Sephiroth.
When he said Paper Mario, Lady A felt that.
Yeah.
Man. It's been a minute, but man. This man. It's just
it's such, everybody think Paper Mario is just a cute, quirky game. Hell no.
Yes, and that's what I but nah, fuck all them buses. Hell.
But with that being said, good people, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you guys don't miss any of our videos. And of course, go buy Lady A book. It's 99 cents. It's damn near free. Also, another thing, if you want to feel all lovey-dovey, soft on the inside, you should also go buy her book for that as well. And as I said in the beginning of the video, as I said in the end of the video, comment below and tell us what was a hard RPG boss you had to face and tell us why. You heard our sorrows and you heard our anger and our frustration. So with that being said, I'm GT, that's Spike Fox, that's Lady A. We are the RealmBreakers, so remember to keep breaking all the realms.
Fucking the multiverse.
One of them motherfuckers.
And we will catch you guys in the next one. We are out. Peace.
Yeah, Joe.